Hello there, I'm Steve from Mac84, and today we have yet another Compaq monstrosity on my desk. Please don't unsubscribe. I picked this up recently because this thing has a very interesting trait that I'm very curious to look into, and I'd hope you'd be curious about it as well. If you like these sorts of things, of me trying to restore machines or just explore what's inside of them, then I hope you consider subscribing to the channel. This thing is, well, kind of similar to something I looked at, well, not too long ago. In a previous video, I looked at a very similar Compaq tower with a nearly identical model number, and it had a zip drive up its sleeve. This is sort of similar, but it's the anti-zip drive. This is the SuperDisk, brought out by the company iMation. Now, the whole deal behind the SuperDisk format was to offer larger capacity than a floppy disk, which was 1.4 megabytes or so, to a whopping 120 megabytes, and using backwards compatibility so you could actually read your regular floppy disks in a SuperDisk drive, and it gave you some enhanced storage capacity and all this cool stuff. But unfortunately, the SuperDisk just couldn't cut into iOmega's stronghold of the Zip 100 line, which had similar disk technology that was incompatible with floppy disks, but was more loved by the community, even if they had some issues. And they would soon have 250 megabyte and 750 megabyte options later on. So today we'll explore just what this SuperDisk thing is all about, and if it was a feature or sort of a bust with this computer. Now, I'm making a lot of assumptions right off the bat. I just picked this up literally today for $30, and they said it turned on, but that's about it. So I'm not sure if this thing will work or if it will boot or what, but there's only one way to find out. So the previous Compaq computer I looked at was nearly identical to this, except it had a zip drive, and here we don't. We just have one optical drive and a bay for something else, and I'd bet this optical drive is not the original one. That looks way too new for this form factor, but maybe I'm wrong. There's a SuperDisk sticker on there, which I think is fabulous. I love these stupid stickers. I mean, from the top to the bottom, this thing is filled with stickers. And we also have our Creative Action Fun Hyperactive Center, just like the other one. And we have some USB ports and a game port hiding under there. And if we turn to the back of the unit, we have your standard complement of budget PC ports, starting out with VGA at the top. Then we have a flat panel connector, which is for some fancy display that was proprietary probably. I have the cable, but not the display for that. We have a parallel port. Then we have an Ethernet port, which is nice to find because not all of these budget models usually had Ethernet. They expected you to buy add-on card. Then we have your keyboard and mouse port, which are the PS2 connectors, and we have a variety of sound in and out ports, and their only card installed in this machine is a modem. Big surprise there.
Oh, and yeah, there's one lonely serial port on it too.
Now this thing has some dirt and grime on it, but it's not terrible, but I'm curious what it looks like on the inside. The back looks a little dusty too, but let's see if we could get this case off and see what we're dealing with inside. And this original seal is actually not too sticky, so my guess is that someone's been in here before. Oh, there we go. And let's see what we have here. Well, we have the original hard drive in here, which is a Seagate 10 gigabyte hard drive. And let's see how things look on the inside. Oh boy, we have a very questionable power supply. We have what looks to be 3 slots full of memory. Interesting. And some weird smells, but yeah, I'm going to take this power supply out and hopefully we get a better understanding of what's inside of this machine. There's a mismatch of screws by the power supply. That doesn't fill me with confidence. Maybe somebody had to take the power supply out to upgrade this thing and they just didn't put everything back together, or they lost the screws or something. I could relate there. Let's push this power supply forward and that comes out, and we reveal that this has 2 PCI slots. One is taken up by the modem, and an ISA slot, and an old style power supply, and a processor, heatsink, and fan that is caked with dust. I'm just looking to see if a battery is in here. Yes, there's a coin cell battery. It looks to be in okay shape. None of the caps look like they have leaked or anything. I'll try and get a close-up shot here. But yeah, overall, looks like your standard run-of-the-mill PC. I'm looking at this floppy drive, and I'm wondering if it's an actual standard floppy drive or the LS-120 floppy drive. It's branded as NEC. I wonder if they swap that out. Oh boy, would that be stupid. The whole reason I picked this up would be a bust. What I'm probably going to do is just take off this processor heatsink and clean that by itself, because this motherboard is going to be a pain in the butt to get out. Oh, how the fudge do you do this? Stupid PCs. We have the processor there, and yeah, that's very dusty, so let's clean that off. Does it need to be perfect? No. Do I want it to be slightly cleaner? Yeah, sure, why not? Ugh. I'm pretty sure this thing has never been cleaned out ever. Oh yeah, that's a party in there. Oof. All right, I'd say that's about 84% better. So let's put this heatsink back together and put it back on the board. It's really hard to see this. Ew. All right, let's try and clamp this down. All right. All right, I know I'm not going to clean this thing up perfectly, but there's some dirt and crap, you know, where people would have pushed the buttons and touched things a lot, so I'll try and clean up a little bit. Alright, well, some of these scuffs aren't coming out, but you know what? It's a little bit better than it was before. Alright, so now we need to plug everything in. I have the power cord, I have a mouse, I have the same keyboard from last time, and no, I didn't even bother cleaning it. So let's plug everything in, and we could test some stuff, especially that SuperDisk drive, because, of course, I have a SuperDisk. Oh, and I think I have some speakers that we could try too. These were from the thrift store. Whole $6, I'm sure they're going to be great. Oh look, those are HP speakers. That's actually perfect. Oh, actually, these speakers are powered by USB. It's a good thing we have 2 whole USB ports. All right, well, I'm going to turn this on. Let's hope nothing explodes. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, that hard drive sounds crunchy. Ooh. Might be the last boot. I don't think checking the disk is going to help. Ooh. Well, it's attempting to boot into Windows 98, and I give it a lot of credit because that hard drive sounds pretty bad. Oh, look, the computer's welcoming me. And the mouse isn't working. Oh, come on. Does the keyboard work? Yes. Okay. Yeah. Are you kidding me? It's got the date right. I mean, the time is wrong, but hey, this thing ain't so bad. That's amazing. Come on, bloatware. Oh no, our Norton service is out of date. And I can't click anything because this mouse doesn't want to work. Hold, please. Sorry if it's a little dark. I turned off one of the lights to reduce the glare on the screen. I did find a USB mouse, but of course, since I'm a Mac person, it's a one-button USB mouse. But let's see if that'll work. Oh, there we go. That's something. Cypress. Yay! Oh, it only goes in one direction. Well, I could click and I can move the mouse vertically. That's an improvement, don't you think? Alright, hopefully Windows 98 knows what to do with a generic, probably Logitech mouse that's optical. Come on. Yay! We have a mouse working. That was only a half-hour detour. Alright, so surprisingly, this machine is working. Let's see if we could find out the specs of this system. Alright, so it's an authentic AMD K6 3D processor. Holy crap, I think that's maxed out to 384 megabytes of memory. We are registered to welcome. Welcome to you as well. Running Windows 98 2nd edition. We got a bunch of stuff here. Juno and Juno Platinum, Juno Speedband, Juno Connection Wizard, Quick Help. Gee, I wonder if these people use Juno. There's a recycling bin full of stuff. Let's just click on random things here. Well, that's a Connection Wizard installer. I say no. Oh well. Now we have two of them. No. I'm bad with PCs. Norton Antivirus 2005. Oh, this poor thing. You've been running for so long. Oh boy. I wonder if the mouse port died and that's why they got rid of the system. Oh, they have it so if you click on an icon once, it just opens. That'll be tricky. I'm afraid to click on what this is. Okay. Probably a meme from 2005 about President Bush. Let's see what's in the recycling bin. Oh my, that's spicy. Oh boy. Yeah, we don't need to see any of that. Ooh, begin. The index associated with this document is not available. World Geography. Teaching Resources Library. Alright, well we could assume this was used in a school or for a student of some kind. Oh hey, the sound works. Alright, what programs are on this thing besides Juno? We have Word, printing possibilities, multiple copies of Juno. Hasbro Interactive. Battleship Surface Thunder. Probably going to want the CD. Yep. Nobody ever kept anything in their briefcase, did they? How about we test that floppy drive? Oh, hey! It read a disk. How about that? This is just a standard floppy, but I wonder if it would actually read a SuperDisk like it's supposed to. I was almost going to eject it because I'm a Mac user. Alright, let's get that out of there. So how are we going to test our SuperDisk drive? Well, with another SuperDisk product, this lovely Panasonic PalmCam, which of course uses SuperDisks. Could use floppies also, but let's turn this on. Oh, don't tell me the battery's dead. Well, battery or no battery, we're getting this disk out. So let's see if this drive is all that it's cracked up to be. Go in. Come on. Maybe. Ah! Are you kidding me? I'm guessing maybe when they replace the CD drive, they replace the floppy drive? I don't know. Let me turn this thing off and inspect that drive closer. Well, I remembered that the motherboard comes out sort of like a hinge, so that let me remove the final screw to the floppy drive. So now we can unplug it and see what it actually is. NEC, date of 1998. Yeah, I suspect this is not a SuperDisk drive.
But why would someone swap out a floppy-compatible SuperDisk LS-120 drive for a regular old floppy drive? Well, personally, I've never had much luck with SuperDisk drives. Even a brand new old stock internal unit I have was dead on arrival, so it could be as simple as the drive died and they got a replacement standard drive from Compaq. So the hype behind SuperDisk may not have lived up to expectations. Apparently reading standard floppies in these drives could be painfully slow.
Well, like some things in life, they just don't turn out the way you planned. Like this video, and the pickup of this computer. Yeah, it really stinks that that floppy drive is not the LS-120 SuperDisk drive that I hoped it would be, and that the fancy stickers told me it was, but somebody obviously had a go at fixing and upgrading this machine before I did. So, yeah, I'll have to put a pin in this, and maybe we could put some other weird removable media drive inside of this computer. I'll just need to consult my good friends Scuzzy and Bernoulli. But that's about it for now. Thank you very much for watching the video. Please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel, and I'll catch you right here next time on Mac 84.